You're not a bad rider. You're not clumsy. You're not hopeless with your bike. But here's the truth most riders never realize. It only takes a few tiny mistakes, especially when making a U-turn, to make you feel like a bad rider. And those mistakes? They're not proof of your lack of skill. They're proof that no one ever taught you the right way. Think about it. A U-turn looks so simple, yet it's the one move that makes riders nervous, shaky, and even embarrassed in front of others. You can ride straight at high speeds. You can lean into corners. But the moment comes to swing your bike around in a tight space and suddenly the confidence vanishes. Why? Because your brain has been tricked into believing it's about strength, balance, or luck, when in reality, it's about avoiding a handful of predictable errors. And here's the manipulative part. Once you see these mistakes clearly, you'll start noticing them everywhere, other riders struggling, tipping, or dragging their feet mid-turn, and you'll realize that's not you anymore. You'll see the exact difference between those who ride with control and those who just get by. So don't fall into the trap of blaming yourself. Don't let a shaky U-turn make you think you're less skilled. You're about to learn the 5 mistakes that silently ruin almost every rider's U-turns. Avoid them, and suddenly, what used to feel scary will feel almost automatic. This isn't about trying harder, it's about being smarter. Mistake 1. Looking down instead of through the turn. Most riders fail their U-turn before they even start because their eyes betray them. You see, your bike follows your vision, like a dog follows its master. If you look down at the ground, at your front wheel, or at that one spot you're scared to hit, congratulations, you've already programmed yourself to fail. The bike will drift where your eyes lock. That's why the rider who keeps their chin up and eyes scanning through the exit of the turn looks magically smooth. It's not magic, it's control, through focus. Remember this. If you don't trust your eyes, you can't trust your bike. Mistake 2. Fighting the clutch. Instead of using it, here's where many riders make it harder than it needs to be. They either dump the clutch, making the bike jerk and wobble, or they ride it like a scared beginner, feathering it with hesitation. Both are disasters waiting to happen. The clutch in a U-turn isn't your enemy, it's your secret weapon. It gives you fine control, like tightening or loosening the strings of a guitar. Keep it in the friction zone, and your bike obeys your smallest command. Misuse it, and suddenly you're fighting your own machine. Master this, and you'll feel like you've unlocked a cheat code for tight turns. Mistake 3. Stiff arms and locked elbows. Most riders don't realize they ride like statues, stiff, frozen in fear. But here's the brainwashing truth. When your body is stiff, your bike becomes stiff. A motorcycle is designed to flow, to lean, to bend with movement. The moment you lock your elbows or tighten your grip, you kill that natural balance. Instead of guiding the bike, you strangle it. Relax your arms, let your elbows bend. Grip the tank with your knees, and let your upper body stay loose. The bike is more capable than you think, but only if you allow it to move the way it was engineered to move. Mistake 4. Wrong speed. Too slow or too fast. This one destroys more riders than anything else. Go too slow, and you wobble like a drunk at last call. Go too fast, and you swing wide, crossing lanes, or nearly clipping the curb. The sweet spot lies in controlled momentum, not crawling, not racing. Think of it like balancing on a bicycle. You need just enough speed to stabilize, but not so much that you can't correct yourself. And here's the secret. That balance comes from smooth throttle control, paired with the clutch, not from panic twisting or hitting the brakes mid-turn. Master this, and suddenly the U-turn stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like a skill. Mistake 5. Letting fear take control. This is the invisible killer of U-turns. Fear doesn't just live in your head, it leaks into your body. It stiffens your shoulders, lowers your eyes, tightens your hands, and whispers, "You're going to drop it." The problem is, your body listens. The more you fear the turn, the more you create the very mistake you're afraid of. But here's the reframe. Fear is only a signal. If you rewire your brain to see a U-turn as an opportunity instead of a threat, everything changes. Instead of approaching it with tension, you'll approach it with strategy. The riders who look smooth aren't fearless. They've simply trained themselves to override fear with confidence. So, here's the truth. U-turns don't expose you as a bad rider. They expose whether you've been taught the right way or left to struggle on your own. And now that you know these 5 mistakes, you can't unsee them. The next time you ride, you'll catch yourself thinking, wait, am I looking down? Am I stiff? Am I letting fear take over? And that awareness alone is what separates a confident rider from the rest. But here's where I want to flip it back to you, because every rider has a story. Maybe you've nailed your U-turns and want to brag a little, Or maybe you've dropped your bike once and still remember the embarrassment. Be honest. What's the most frustrating or even funniest U-turn mistake you've ever made? Drop it in the comments. I guarantee someone else has been through the exact same thing, and you'll make them feel less alone. And hey, if you've never messed up a U-turn, comment anyway. We all know you're lying.